What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Complete My Collection Challenge. This is a series dedicated to hunting down the Funko Pop Grails that I've wanted in my collection for a while now, but I'm starting with a $0 budget. If this is your first time watching this series, definitely check out the first episode, but if it's not, let me bring you up to speed. Last time we left off, I had a balance of $8.37, which honestly is not a lot in the collection budget, but since then, I have sold some things over on my latest Whatnot auction. That included Dr. Evil, Destro, Murphy McManus, the Black Suit Spider-Man, and one additional one that I've had for a while, Kevin. The out-of-box Kevin was in the video that I picked up the original Captain Hook Pop, but when we add that all up, bring it back to my total before, I have $106.90 to work with in this episode. And here's a list of the current things that I am still after on my Grail list. I decided moving forward that I want to, focus on one each individual item each time we do this. And so the Funko Pop that I'm focusing on this time to get the funds for is the original Hatbox Ghost. That pop goes from low end, anywhere from 120 all the way up to maybe like 160, 170. So we'll need enough funds somewhere in that range to cover that pop. But anyways, let's go visit some stores to get some more inventory, guys, so I can get some more funds for that Hatbox Ghost. And without any further ado, let's get it started. Here we go. Alrighty, I am here at Cash American Pawn. Last time I was here, I think I found a Doctor Who pop for a pretty good deal. And so it's been maybe like a month and a half since I've been here, so maybe they've got new stuff in. I'm not entirely sure, so let's go ahead and check. So they actually did have a little section of Funko Pops right here, guys. And there was one that actually caught my eye, which was this Doctor Who pop. And if it was normal, it would be a solid pop, like a $40 pop. But for some reason, it's like a gold custom. So no use of picking that up because it would be impossible to sell. But if it wasn't gold, it would be a solid one for sure. Another one that I was pretty unfamiliar with was this Letterkenny 2-pack. Honestly, I thought it was worth a little bit more, but it only goes for around retail, maybe even a little bit less than retail. But they did have a Funko section. There just wasn't anything that I wanted to pick up. All right, I'm here at Good Old Savers. You know the drill. Looking for good things I can get a good deal on, and hopefully they have a couple of those, so let's go check it out. So in their valuable case, guys, they actually had a Pokemon 4-pack right here. They were asking like $50 for it, and it doesn't really go for that much. It goes more closer to like 30, so I passed on it. And then I ended up finding this pop, guys, from Seinfeld. I think this is Elaine. So with a box goes for about retail. Out of box, that's probably not worth it. And this Sully right here, guys, with his like little, I guess, armor or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that one wasn't worth picking up either. It's still a fun pop. And then I did find this Grimace like Happy Meal toy that came out, I think a year or two ago. It was like a Travis Scott collab. Just thought that was interesting that I found that over at Savers, but that was pretty much it over there. So we weren't successful at that pawn shop, guys, or Savers, but I am here at Gamers Asylum. Hopefully I can find a good deal on something. They've got a massive section of stuff. But looking right here, right at the front, I don't see anything quite yet. There are plenty of things to look through right here, however. Got this really cool breast cancer awareness Batgirl for $15. I think that's about what it goes for, but it's a little bit of an older piece you don't see often. A really faded box of Varmint. I would assume that that probably goes for like $5-6, but interesting. Kind of scanning through everything in here. I know some Avatar pops go for a decent amount. I don't know about soccer right here. This is an original from 2018, but $5 might be a good deal. I'll do a little bit more research on that. Hot Topic pre-release Harley Quinn right here for $8. Came out in 2014. Definitely a little bit of an older one. Not sure what it goes for now, but I think that's probably about right. And then right next to it, guys, we have a Yu-Gi-Oh pop. Some actually go for some decent money. I'm not entirely sure what this one goes for, but for $12, that seems like a pretty good deal. Like I said, I'm making a little bit of pile to do some research on some stuff. And then right here, guys, I found a couple of different pops from Black Widow. So we have Natasha, we got Black Widow, and also Yelena back there. At one point, these pops used to go for like $50-60 each. I think that's probably about right now. I'll double check and just make sure, but yeah, these, when the Black Widow movie came out, were very popular. And then a couple of Backstreet Boys pops. I don't see these ones very often. I'm not sure where these are at price wise, but I know that AJ McLean and also Nick Carter go for a decent amount, but looks like it's just these two that I'm finding. So after doing a little bit of research, guys, I'm gonna pass on the ones that I found right here. Wasn't really worth it for me to pick up. And then I've done a little bit of digging through this wall. I'm not really seeing much of anything that interests me, so I think we're gonna head to the next store, but a lot of cool stuff to look at though. Okay, folks, ignore the dirty windshield, but we're here at Lost and Found Thrift. I've never been here before. Honestly, I did a little bit of a Google Map search and it wasn't too far away from me, maybe like 15 minutes or so. So I've never been here before. I've seen some pictures on the inside and they might have some pops. So they also say collectibles in the window. So hopefully they've got something good. Let's go check it out. Holy cow, guys. This place, like, I had no idea even existed, and it is so much fun. This is like a collector's paradise. There's just stuff everywhere. You kind of have to do a little bit of digging, a little bit of hunting, and that's my specialty. That's what I like to do. So there's this fun case that had a bunch of different stuff. There was a couple out-of-box pops right here, which I thought were really fun. Nothing too valuable yet. Keyword yet, guys, because we find some really great stuff. But like I said, a little bit of everything, newer stuff, some really older stuff, and yeah, it was just such a delight, so much fun to look through everything because you never know what you're gonna find. And guys, right behind me, I found this shelf that actually had a decent amount of Funko Pops, in box and out of box. So a lot of the out of box stuff that I was finding was Fallout figures. So we have this guy right here, guys, which is like a Radical Toad or Rad Toad or something like that. We also had a couple of different armors from Fallout, which were pretty solid. This one actually goes for a decent amount of money in box for around like $35. So usually with a pop, guys, going for that much in box, I usually pick it up out of box, and all their out of box pops were $3. So that one was definitely worth picking up. But like I said, lots of different Fallout figures. Somebody must have sold in a Fallout collection of some sort to him. But guys, there was some hidden gems down here in this inbox section. I gotta say, an original blue box Tusken Raider, guys. This is a solid pop. They had it for around, I think it was $35. It's kind of hard to read on that price tag right there on the pink one, but this is a great original pop that you do not see very often. So that is pretty awesome. And that's not even the best one, guys. I found a Darth Vader, which is around $100 pop, and they were asking like $28 for it. This is the original blue box one that came out in 2011. And it's a pretty sought after pop. 1000%, I gotta pick that up. That's a fantastic deal. But other things that I was finding, guys, Mr. Freeze from the Batman Classic TV series right there. That one was an okay price, nothing too crazy on that one. But doing a little bit more digging, guys, I did find another older pop right here from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. This is Sir Bedivere, I think that's how you say it. They were asking $42 for it. Goes for around $25. So I figured that wasn't worth picking up. But those two Star Wars pops were absolutely epic, guys. And the cool thing was they actually give me a discount on that Tusken Raider for 20% off because they'd had it for a while, and we'll cover that when I get back into the office. But a Doctor Who pop right here, which is definitely a pretty solid one for like $12, goes for about $20. So that was kind of borderline if I wanted to pick that one up. But yeah, those two Star Wars pops were absolutely insane, guys. 1000%. Those were some really good finds. But like I said, they have a little bit of everything, guys. So many cool collectibles, some more pops that are kind of scattered throughout here and there. Nothing too crazy that I wanted to pick up. There was something fun that I found in this case right here, guys. Some Simpsons chess pieces, which I actually have this full set in my collection, Funko aside, you know. Found this guy from Onward. They were asking $5 for it. Goes for around 10. So another one that was kind of like a borderline pickup. So many cool things to look at, guys. But out the door, I spent around like $65 for those two Star Wars pops and an out-of-box pop. A pretty awesome deal. Okay, guys, I gotta say Lost and Found Thrift was absolutely epic. And so I did pick up 3 items from there, guys. It was the Darth Vader, the out-of-box T-51 armor from Fallout, and also the original Tusken Raider. And funny enough, the only thing that I have left, guys, is the original Tusken Raider. I actually sold Darth Vader and the T-51 power armor on a Whatnot auction earlier this week. Darth Vader sold for $88.60 after fees, which is awesome. And also the T-51 armor sold for $9.32 after fees, which brings the new total to $139.28, which is a great place to be in. And guys, with this pop right here, potential value, I think that I could probably get anywhere between $60 to maybe $75, somewhere in that range. So we're looking pretty good. But I've still got one more store to visit, guys, and it does not disappoint. So let's head on over to Entertain Mart. Happy March, everybody. It is currently snowing, you know, what you'd expect in Utah, but I'm gonna go into Entertain Mart, look for some good deals, see what new stuff they have. Let's go check it out. Entertain Mart actually had some pretty fun stuff, guys. So the first things that I were noticing that was new was this Duck Dynasty pop. They also had a Five Nights at Freddy's pop right here and an MLB mascot, which I'll give you a hint. That is something that we may pick up later on in the video. But we found Squatch from the Sonics, guys. The Sonics haven't been a franchise since like 2007? I believe. So that's a fun pop. I have that one in my collection. Another one, guys, that actually has a decent amount of value, Uncle Si. Well, actually, I thought had a decent amount of value because it's an older pop from 2013, but it usually only goes for about retail, and that's what they're asking. Some Kingdom Hearts pops actually have some good value. This one goes for around 20. They were asking 15, so not enough margin for me to pick it up, but Kingdom Hearts is definitely one of my favorite game series for sure. I did find this white box Toy Story Buzz Lightyear, a little bit of an older one. They were asking 5 for it. Did have some box damage. It goes for around 8, but if you are looking for valuable pops in this line, guys, Ham and Rex are definitely ones to be on the lookout for. We got Eduardo from Foster's right here. Definitely a fun one. I have the flocked version in my collection of this one. They have this Diamond Edition Stitch, which goes for about what they are asking. There are so many different Stitch pops out there, guys. And this one that's coming up next right here, an original Stitch. If it was the red Disney logo, like Disney Store on the front of the box Stitch, that one goes for around like 60 bucks. But this looks like it's a reprint, so it's not worth that 60 that I was mentioning. This one was actually a pretty decent one, guys. The box on the side was kind of coming up, but it's around like a $25 pop, and they were asking 10 for it. So I kind of regret passing up on this one, but Lucy Van Pelt is a pretty solid pop. All those old Peanuts pops are pretty interesting. Speaking of Peanuts, we have Mr. Peanut right here. They're asking 10 for it, goes for around 17. So another one that was a borderline pickup, so about around a 5-year-old pop. Kind of crazy that they even made, you know, this guy into a Funko Pop, but they've made Funko Pops of everything. Fantastic Four is something that you guys might want to be on the lookout for, that might be on the rise with the new movie coming out later this year. So I figured I'd show that one off. We also have Branch from Trolls. The Chase goes for around like $15, $20. They were asking $12.99 for it. The box wasn't in the best of shape. They had King Triton right here. Another one that I don't see very often, but their price was pretty much spot on. So I am going to be passing on that one today. Over in their valuable case, guys, they had a couple of different things over here. They had this Skyrim pop right here, which they were asking 30 for. It goes for around 35. So that was an okay deal. Some Monster Hunter pops, which were pretty cool. So be on the lookout for those, guys. Those actually have a little bit of value, I would say. They had a Five Nights at Freddy's section with some older Five Nights at Freddy's pops. This is around like a $30 pop. They were asking $20 for it. So, you know, close to being a pickup one, but Five Nights at Freddy's pops actually have some pretty good value, guys. They've made a bunch of them. Baby was another one. It goes for around 25. They were asking 20. Those are probably the best deals out of all the ones that were sitting there. But guys, the sports section actually had some fire in here. So this Michael Jordan pop goes for around 12. They're asking $10 for it. The Target exclusive one. But coming over here, guys, they had some mascots, and there's a couple of things that you guys may see that we'll cover here in a second. But the UNC Michael Jordan, it's around a $14 pop. They're asking $8 for it. So not a bad deal. This Mariner Moose is a great deal, guys. So this is a 1,000-piece exclusive. They're asking $16.99 for it. It's around a $100 pop, guys. And I think this might have been an error, a pricing error on their part, because they might have mixed it up with the regular one. As you can see, guys, they had both the regular one and a couple other ones. So that might be why, but I got the 1,000-piece one. Okay, Entertain Mart was awesome, guys, and one pop that I found for an absolute steal was the 1,000-piece Mariner Moose T-Mobile Ballpark exclusive. And funny enough, I went to the game that they actually gave this one away, and I have one in my personal collection, so now I have this one a part of the series. Now, this is a pop that is pretty darn valuable. I think that they didn't know the difference between this variation and the regular one that just has the white jersey, so that's probably why it was priced the way it was, but hey, I will definitely take it. This guy kind of has a interesting price range. The most recent eBay sale that I saw was, like I said, $75, but Pop Price Guide has this averaging at around like $165, which could be a little bit inaccurate. I would probably say this average is close to around like $100, so hopefully that's about what I can get. But folks, you thought the video was over? Absolutely not. So with those funds that I ended up making off that Darth Vader pop and that Fallout pop, I ended up actually buying something, and well, I talked about it at the first of the video. Over on Whatnot, I submitted an offer for a Hatbox Ghost for $110, and well, they accepted, guys, and now in my possession, I have the original Haunted Mansion Hatbox Ghost. So this was a Disney Parks exclusive pop. I'm not sure if they had it at both Disney World and Disneyland. I know 100% that they had it at Disneyland. I remember seeing posts about it and things, like there was a certain like gift shop that you could buy this at, but it was pretty awesome. This has been an epic week, guys, getting the different funds and everything like that, being able to buy something. Like, I honestly, it kind of had such a fast turnaround. I didn't expect to add this one to my collection, but here we are, guys. It happened. But with the Hatbox Ghost, Phineas is the only one that I am missing out of all the different Haunted Mansion pops that are a part of this set. But for the time being, guys, let's go ahead and check this one off the list, add it on over to the shelf with all the other pops. This is a cool one for sure. But now my balance is only at $11.03. I still have these 2 pops to sell, so my inventory is definitely at a good place, guys. And like I said, after selling these, we'll be sitting pretty. But folks, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what was your favorite thing that I came across. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos in this series like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind of one another. Always promote positivity. I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.